Hi there, my name's Matt, and today at Moulded Cords and Cables I'm going to be showing you how to wire up a few different rewirable plugs and sockets. Okay, so today we're going to be wiring up an Italian plug. This is a standard 10 amp 250 volt plug that you will find in Italy. They do a 16 amp version, which is a much heavier duty plug. It looks basically the same, but just a bit bigger. But for these wiring purposes, to demonstration purposes, we're going to be wiring up the 10 amp. Okay, so we take a Phillips screwdriver, or posi drive, and take the lid off, put that to one side. Undo the strain relief. Okay, interesting thing that's worth noting actually is the Italian plug is very similar to the Swiss plug. And I have one here. This is a 16 amp, but the configuration is the same. If you look at it from the end, you can see at first glance you think, oh, they're the same plug. But as you can see, the Italian plug, all the pins are in line, which basically means that it can be inserted any way round when you insert it into the socket. So that will mean that it's non-polarised, which means the live and neutral. So if you undo this plug and you're looking for a live or neutral, you won't find one. All you need to know is that the earth goes in the middle, the live and neutral can go either way around. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to measure up how long I need to strip the cable. Get a bit of cable, like so. I always just measure up to where I'm going to put the strain relief, and roughly to where the holes are. That's giving me approximately 20 mil. If you look on our website, mcc-cables.com, all the fact sheets can be found with the correct stripping lengths. Okay, approximately 20 mil. I'll take some external cable outer sheath strippers. Just gently pinch it on the cable. One score round, don't go round and round, otherwise you'll cut through the inner cores. And they'll snap. PVC cable always snaps nice and easily. There you go, like so. Now I'll take my inner cable strippers and do a rough measurement. To measure the thickness of the terminals, that's going to be 4 or 5 mil. I'll do about 5mm. I'll set that on my internal inner core strippers, and like so. And this particular plug, when you're wiring it, when you put it back together, the cables have to be inserted underneath, otherwise the hood won't go back on. So as I'm wiring it, it doesn't matter as I wire, so I've taken these out, this particular part out, to make it easy to wire. Twist the inner cores up nicely, so when you insert them in the terminals, they're not gonna, there's no stray cores splaying out. Let's paste that in. It's a flathead screwdriver. Just nip them up nicely. Don't go too mad on them. You can see that's just posting through just nicely there. Probably got about a millimetre protrusion the other side, which is just fine. Finally alive. And as I said, this is non-polarised, so the only cable that matters is the earth. That has to go in the middle. The live and neutral can go either way around. Okay, as you can see on the casing, there's little channels to follow. And as I said, remember, I'm going to turn this around and insert it this way up, so that the cables are coming in from underneath. Otherwise the hood won't go on. So I'll put that in there. And you've got a couple of little channels to follow, like so. I push that up nicely, and that line comes around there. So it's nice and neat, no fraying exposed, sticking out anywhere. Take the strain relief. Always just get the strain relief started, a couple of turns, like so. then I'll push it up to the required length, just make sure I've got a nice bit of slack in there. So that if the cable gets yanked, if they're very tight, then it sometimes snaps the cable. So it's always nice good to have a little bit of slack in there. Okay. Finally, replace the lid. Clips on nicely. So there we have it, Italian plug.